This presentation is about ethnography of communication. This presentation represents specific setting, which is the Islamic occasion EID el AD'HA, or the Feast of Sacrifice, in Algeria. General definition of this occasion. EID el AD'HA, or also known as the Feast of Sacrifice or the Greater Feast, is an Islamic festival to commemorate the willingness of Prophet Ibrahim, also known as Abraham, to follow Allah's command to sacrifice his son Ismail. Muslims around the world observe this event, and in Algeria, a predominantly Muslim country, this festival is also referred to as Eid al-Kabir. Setting and scene. Eid al-Adha is based on the lunar cycle, meaning it falls on a different day each year. It can only be performed during these 3 days of the feast, namely the 10th, the 11th, and the 12th of Dhul-Hijjah. It is only in these 3 days that slaughtering of an animal, or let's say a lamb, is recognized as an act of worship. On the commencing morning of Eid al-Adha, Muslims will attend morning prayers at local mosques, often embarking on a different route back home, as this is following the example of the Prophet Muhammad. Participants. The participants of this setting are uncountable, because in every single Islamic occasion the purpose is always to share happiness, joy, support, and importantly forgiveness among litigants. So the most commonly participants are, of course, the family members, relatives, friends, and the neighbors. We can distinguish relatives, friends, and the neighbors to be the visitors. And Muslims in Algeria and all over the world look forward to Eid al-Adha as a time of worship, to participate in charitable acts as an acknowledgement that all blessings come from God, and to strengthen ties with family, friends, and of course to erase hostility from our society. Act sequence. In Eid al-Adha, the Islamic tradition is that the Imam will finish the prayer by advising people to slaughter their lambs after 15 or 20 minutes, because he'll be the first one who must start. And the Muslim is obliged to say some words just before slaughtering, which are Bismillah Wallahu Akbar wa ala sunnati Sayyidina Ibrahim, and the translation is in the name of God, and God is the greatest, following the sunnah of the Prophet Abraham, and the slaughterer must be right-handed. And as I mentioned before, this feast is aimed to erase hostility in our society and strengthen ties with family and of course friends. So thousands will wish each other Eid Mubarak, which translates as blessed Eid. It is a congratulation by shaking hands and kissing each other's cheeks. And since it is a celebratory festival, men and women will also dress up for the occasion. They often wear their new outfits or their best clothes. It is traditional to gift and to be gifted new clothes during Eid al-Adha. Families and friends will gather together to exchange gifts, money for the children, and eat traditional food. And sacrifice is also part of the tradition. In some countries, Muslim families buy, keep, and slaughter their own lambs. But though there are some families that already raise the lamb, so there is no need to buy. Key. All the previous utterances are spoken in a tone of joy and cheerfulness. What to do in this feast of sacrifice? About the female. In Algeria they are supposed to wear the normal Islamic clothes. Concerning the veil, and they are not obliged to modernize themselves by wearing colorful clothes and even using makeup. About the males. In the very beginning of the morning, they usually wear the traditional Islamic dress, just for the prayers. but not necessary, because after that they can either change it with the new clothes or continuing the rest of the day with it. And now for both males and females. They are sharing one of the happiest day in the year, and since they are, there will be no tone or voice conditions. They will express their positive sensitivity, happiness, and of course laughter. So it should be unconditional because it will be one of the unforgettable memories. Instrumentalities. Our language will be the most usable tool to congratulate each other. But though there is another group of people that we cannot meet in these 3 days, so we call them or text them to pass the congratulation. The language used in this setting is divided into 2 categories: Classical Arabic and local dialects. So first, Classical Arabic is used in this setting because there will be prayer time, slaughtering word, and even during a normal conversation to congratulate each other. Nevertheless, local dialects will be normally used in public, because in Islam whatever you do or you say doesn't matter. Islam will always consider your intention. So for example, here in Nigeria, we have so many dialects that are not related to Arabic. They only represent Tamazight language. They are Shawi, Tergi, Mzabi, Kabili, etc. We can congratulate each other by using these dialects since the intention is the congratulation and wishing each other a blessed feast. Norms of interaction and interpretation. It is an Islamic occasion, and since it is, the main important thing that should be delivered is unity among our population, which is the sense of humanity. Social norms of visiting time. In Algeria, visitors are allowed to visit their relatives and friends during these 3 days without any specific timing, because whenever you're gonna visit someone, the reception table and smiley faces are the welcoming. Dressing. It is known that even dead people have their right to be visited in this day. So after every feast prayer, we visit our beloved missing relatives and friends. And doing so, women will be dressed in normal Islamic clothes, I mean veil. And men are welcome to wear any normal or new clothes considering the occasion. And going back to our occasional day, we all obliged to wear our new best clothes as our Prophet Muhammad did and advised. It is our sunnah. Food. In Nigeria, the most famous occasional food is couscous with meat. But though, in this occasion, our community is obliged to provide soda as possible as they can, and even salad, because there will be stomach problems due to the lot of grease. And there are some traditional sweets that will be presented with juice, coffee, tea, and milk in every receptional table. Genera. The genres of speech in this communicative setting are prayers, like using religious language, which is obviously the classic Arabic, and casual or occasional conversations, like talking with people about this happy and beautiful day, and congratulating each other by wishing the blessed feast, and of course, hoping that we will be present and alive for the next one, or for a next other Islamic happy occasion. And now, I ensure you that you are completely ready to attend this occasion in Algeria or any other Islamic republic without any question or interrogation marks.